All right. Good morning, everybody. It is November the 8th. We're going to start off a little bit slow so that we can get some people in here. Luis Moreno here with Think Medicare Think ACA. November the 8th, we know who won the presidential election. And I foresee some changes coming along on ACA. Medicare, who knows? But ACA, oh man, I don't know how this is going to pan out. But again, good morning, everybody. Let's start off with the hottest news, I would say. Well, you know what? Let's start off with what you guys should be doing day in, day out when you're dealing with your ACA and your Medicare insurance. Just want to make sure, because guys, CMS is not screwing around. I don't think they ever did, but they're extremely trigger happy. So number one, let's talk about Medicare. Okay. You want to make sure right now that you are collecting the SOAs. I get agents asking, well, if I do face-to-face, do I need it? You always need to collect that scope of appointment. Now, the issue is whether you need to do the appointment 48 hours after you sign it, or if you can do it immediately. That's the question. And the only way that you can do this immediately is if it's a call-in, a walk-in to your office. Maybe you have an event and it's a marketing event, not an educational event, a marketing event. And it's at that event or the end of within 4 days of the ending of a valid election period. And that's it, guys. There's no other what ifs. There's no what ifs. It's very, very clear cut. If it doesn't fit those parameters, then you're screwed. You got to wait 48 hours, not 2 days, 48 hours. Okay. Depends on whoever's handling that claim, how how anal they're going to be as far as the time. It's November the 8th. Maybe you do the appointment November the 10th, and they just it's 2 days later and they don't look at it. Or you get somebody who's very, very detailed and they look at the time. And if your time is not 48 hours, you got an issue. Okay, ACA guys, ACA is very, very similar. We don't need a scope of appointment, but we need consent and confirmation. We got to have it, guys. All right. Now, as far as the timing of it, before you do a search on the marketplace, you must collect consent. You can collect consent in numerous ways: texting, emailing, an electronic signature, with a digital signature. You can collect it with a voice recording. And the fifth way is you get to collect a wet signature if you're talking to them in person. Okay. You've got to collect the consents, guys. And by the way, guys, do me a favor, post your comments. Okay. Give me some questions, ask me, because I'm just going to keep on yapping. So hit me with any questions that you've got. Okay. So you collect the consent. And then after you collect that consent, then you can search, you can continue with the entire application. Then you're going to get to a section that says finalize. Now I'm doing this off memory from Health Sherpa. Okay. So you get to the finalize section, and on the right-hand side, you're going to see a blue print button. Print that sucker. Print it as a PDF. Okay. And then label it John Smith final at review. It's got all the data that you need to confirm and then some. I've seen some where they're just verifying the income. Well, this thing not only discusses or illustrates income on that, but it'll give you all the contact information, who is on the app, as well as who's electing coverage or not, all the income and answers to the health questions. It is vital that you guys print that PDF and that you email it to your client. Okay, have them review it and confirm that all the data is correct. Or if there's something that's wrong, just correct it. Then you get a confirmation that data is accurate, and then you're good to go. Okay, it is super important that you do that. Now, I'm actually going one step further, and after I enroll them, I go over the eligibility. I collect anything that I need. And then I will send them the summary of benefits of their specific plan. That way, there is no question that they know what plan they got enrolled in. Okay. All right. Let's go to another hot topic. A couple of days ago, I have a contact that I've been doing a lot of videos with at Health Sherpa. And she sent me an email or text message. She goes, Luis, I got great news for you. Oscar is back. Okay. That's a good thing, guys. Oscar Health is back. Okay. If you're wondering, well, where did it go? Okay. So what happened was, and I finally realized how Health Sherpa makes money, and it keeps the platform free for agents. Insurance carriers have to pay Health Sherpa to be on the Health Sherpa site. Now, they are obligated to provide quotes with every carrier. But if you noticed before a couple of days ago, when it got time to enroll a client with Oscar Health, there was a button. Normally we see add to cart. Well, now it said go to healthcare.gov. So because Oscar didn't pay up, then Health Sherpa was not going to allow us to process an application for Oscar. Not a good thing. Well, Oscar finally paid up. They negotiated, who knows what it is, but Oscar paid up. And so as a few days ago, Oscar is back and we're back to business as usual, which is a really good thing. Here's what sucks, guys. As far as I know, I've been trying to follow all the details on bonuses for ACA. Oscar doesn't pay bonuses. They quit paying bonuses a couple of years ago. Okay. So not a good thing. Ivan, can you go to the YouTube channel, please, and find the bonus section for ACA 2025, and let's post it on here as a comment. So, and now that we're on the topic of bonuses, ACA bonuses, most carriers are paying bonuses. Now, each carrier has a requirement of how long they need to be on the books. Okay. Some are paying bonuses on, I think, Ivan, if you just search ACA 2025 bonuses, it should pop up on one of the videos. And we're going to share that with you guys. But some carriers require the members to be on the books for 6 months, some 3 months, some exactly 90 days. The shortest is 90 days or 3 months. The longest is 6 months, and that's with Ambetter. Some want you to stay on the books for 4 months. Okay, so there's Ivan just posted the link on the comments. If you want to learn more about the bonuses, go check out that video. Okay, now the bonuses, in addition to having a time requirement of how long they need to be on the books, there's a production requirement. So the Blues don't do a per member bonus. They do a contract bonus, which means if you've got mom, dad, and 2 kids for a household of 4, that's one contract. Sucks. Okay. But most of the other carriers, if you got mom, dad, and 2 kids, they count that as 4 members and 4 bonuses if you qualify. Okay. As of right now, I have most of the carriers listed there. And if you when you watch that video, if you click on the description, I'll have the link to the folder where it gives you all the specifics. Okay. I'll be adding other carriers once I find out. But as of right now, I don't think anybody else has posted bonuses. All right, let's go to a question here. And then we're going to get to the political hot topic right now. Okay, from Neil. Neil, Ivan, can you post that comment on here? Okay, so from Neil, for Health Sherpa, when you're enrolling someone in the enrollee assistance program, it seems that it doesn't let me get credit for it unless the review came from the Health Sherpa link. Ivan, have you done any enrollee assistance program apps? I think that's where you're just sending them your link. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Neil. But I would just tell you, hell no, I'm not doing that. Why am I going to give up control? Maybe you're doing it because you think it's easier. Hell no. We are going to enroll them. Okay, we're not going to let the client mess around, maybe pick a plan we're not contracted with or that doesn't pay commissions. Hell no. I don't know why. It's a referral program. Or why are you referring? I guess that would be the other question. You're giving up a ton of commissions. Yeah, if you're referring, just to tell you, if you're referring to Health Sherpa, you're referring. You're not the agent of record. So you're giving it all up. So I don't understand Now, maybe if you're in Florida and we're talking about Florida Blue, sure. But yeah, you're not going to get credit for it. That client belongs to Health Sherpa. That's why it's called a referral program. You're referring it and giving it away. So that's why I'm not understanding why you're giving it away. Help me out here. Maybe you don't have that contract with a carrier, would be my guess, but I would not give it away. Okay. Anyway, that's my thought there. Okay, let's continue. Hit me back up, Neil, and I'll respond further. Let's get into the political hot topic with Trump being elected. All right, what's going to happen? On the Medicare side, I don't think much is going to happen, but that's my opinion. I know right now I've got a list. In fact, let's just go straight to that. Okay, I have a list of non-commissionable and suppressed plans. So let's go check this list out. Medicare agents, I'm telling you right now, better pay attention to this list. Oh, come on. Hold on here. Google like to record. Sure. Okay, let's go. Give me 1 minute here, guys. I don't know why. All right. Allow. Later. Okay, let's see here. Okay, maybe now I can share my screen. Hold on, guys. Window. Oh, it's, come on. Having just a little bit of trouble. Hold on here, guys. Open. I don't want to quit. Entire screen. How about this? I do have it. I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Okay, Ivan, let's see here. Cancel. Let's see. I'm going to try one more time. Hold on here, guys. Let me see if I could share this screen. Window. Open system preferences. Google Chrome. Okay, maybe. If I close this, you can choose to quit Chrome later or doing it. Google Chrome will be able to record the contents of screens until it's quit. Dang it. That's what's happening. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to be able to share. Son of a gun. But I do have a list. In fact, you know what, Ivan? I'm going to email it to you. See if you can share it. Hold on here. Let me email this to Ivan. Desktop. Give me 1 minute. All right, where? Very, very odd. I have it saved on my desktop and it's not showing up. Always some technical issues, guys. Hold on here. Let's see. I want to share this thing with you guys. That's not good. Okay. I'll close this. All right. Oh, you know what? It's not on my desktop. Okay, no wonder. Okay, hold on here. Save. Okay. Let's go to my desktop. Save. Boom. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go, guys. All right, I'm missing it to you now, Ivan. Always, but anyway, guys, and I'll share this list with y'all. And let's see if we can get it posted up here, Ivan. Desktop. Come on, baby. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Huh. Wow. Okay. Now I think it just does not want me to do it. It's just not going to happen. Okay. Wish I could share it with you, but I'll give you an idea. I'm going to read off this thing. So WellPoint, guys, they have a ton of plans that are going to be hold on. I'm going to try it one more time. And I see it on my desktop. I don't know why I can't email it. Let's go one more time. Okay, desktop. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, Ivan, it's going to you right now. Sorry, guys. Okay, Ivan, see if you can share it on your site as soon as you get this thing. A pain in the butt. Okay, we'll get into Ivan sharing this thing here in a minute, but it looks like Anthem WellPoint, they're going to have a whole list of non-commissionable MAPDs. as well as Aetna, okay, as well as Cigna, WellCare, even United is in this list of non-commissionable plans. So let's see if I can get this thing and share it. Okay, let's go to some more questions. Miguel, so let's go with, let's go in order, Ivan. Let's go with Ernesto, okay. Oh, you know what? I think I need to add you to the stage. How about that, Ivan? Let's see if you can share now. Okay. So let's go with Ernesto. Ernesto hit me up with a comment. ¿Cuál será el presupuesto mínimo para iniciar a hacer publicidad? Ernesto, I'm trying to understand your question. The presupuesto is a quote, minimum quote to initiate. You know what, Ernesto, re-ask me the question. I want to answer it. I just don't know how to answer it. Okay. I don't know if you're talking about advertising, ACA, Medicare. Give me some more details and I'll come back to you. Ivan, did you get that email? All right. Let's see here. Are you able to share your screen? Oh, there we go, guys. Okay, so there's the list. So Ivan is sharing that list with y'all right here. And then Ivan, can you post it in here like as a save it in Google Docs, and then we could share it here as a link. But look, there are the WellPoint. Okay, there's the WellPoint list of companies. And look, guys, I'm in Texas. Okay, Anthem, WellPoint. There's a list right there. Okay, scroll down, Ivan. Let's go to the Aetna section. Okay, look at that Aetna section. Okay, so Aetna. At least Aetna was a little more honorable in the sense that if you sold a plan prior to 11/1, they were like, okay, we'll pay you. Okay, but if you sold it after November the 1st, then you know what? You're out of luck. Plus, they're also going to continue to pay you if you have any plans already on the books. Okay. Anyway, we'll post these links for you guys so that you can get a list. So the reason there's a link here, because it's a pretty big list. Okay.
Link is in the comments.
All right. Link is in the comments. Beautiful. All right. Let's go to Cigna. Scroll down, Ivan. All right. Cigna WellCare. Take a look at that. So if you're in those states, guys, not a good thing. Okay. Just click on that button, the full list of affected plans, and you'll see. Let's go to WellCare. WellCare is right there. Look at that, guys. WellCare, suppressed plans, but commissionable. So still get commissions, but you're not going to be able to sell them anymore. All right. And let's go to United. Okay, there's your United. Man, thank goodness we're not being affected in Texas with United. But California and I guess VT, not Virginia, Vermont. There you go. It's got to be Vermont. That's the issue. All right. Okay, Ivan, you're good to go there. So, guys, make sure you're not selling non-commissionable plans. Now, I did see some chats going on with the ethical and doing what's best for your client. Yeah. For me, yes, I want to do best for my client, but I need to do what's best for me. Okay. I don't have a trust fund. I don't get paid a salary. I'm just not going to sell non-commissionable plans. If a client wants it, hey, go knock yourself out. Okay. Go get it yourself. But there's commissionable plans that are just as good. I guess maybe if there was one that's not commissionable and that's the only one available that has all their docs and meds, then fine. But aside from that, I'm just not going to push it. Just the way business, just the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, let's go to the next one, Ivan. Let's go to Simmons, L. Simmons. Okay, L. Simmons, here we go. Should we use the same consent form if we're going inside office, business to market? If a client wants to sign up, yes, use the same consent form. So there's times I've been in the scenario where I ran out of consent forms. So I was there with a client. I'm like, you know what? I just did it off my CRM and I sent it to him right there on the spot. Okay. So, how you collect it, it's really up to you. What I would do is that if you're collecting a wet signature, that means they're signing there with a pen, timestamp it, put a date and a time. That way there is no question. Just CYA is what I would do. Okay, let's go back to Neil. Okay, so they gave me 150, so better than nothing, and it was Blue Cross Blue Shield, South Carolina. I'm not appointed. Well, that makes a ton of sense. I'm with you 100%. So, yeah, and the thing with one of the Blues, it's either South Carolina or North Carolina. You have to be a resident to get appointed. So, and then some of them are not appointing new agents. So, yeah, it makes 100% sense. So just to let you know that when you refer it, it's not yours. So you won't be listed on there. Yep, I'm with you 100%, Neil. Okay, let's go to Miguel. Miguel, I live in Florida, and it's annoying when Florida Blue does not contract agents that is exclusive. What do you do? It really sucks for you Florida agents because Florida Blue is huge. And yeah, there's no way to get appointed with them. You can get appointed with Florida Blue Medicare, but not Florida Blue ACA. So with that being the case, guys, what can you do? Refer it. And I think they even pay the least referrals. A 2024, where you were getting maybe 50 or $100. Yeah, look at Neil's getting 150. With Florida Blue, you're only going to get $25, and it's a one-time referral. But you're right; it's better than nothing. Maybe it pays for the lead. So, yeah, it's kind of pointless to try to get that appointment with them. Good point, Miguel. Okay, let's go next one, Ivan. Luis Garza, what is the difference between suppressed? So suppressed means that you can't sell it anymore, but they're still going to pay you commissions. Okay, so you have just all the regular plans that we have that we can sell and we get commissions. There are some plans that are non-commissionable, which means you don't get any commissions. Now, Aetna and a few carriers are nice enough that if you already have a book of business, you have a policy holder with that plan, they'll pay you commissions. But some plans are not going to do that. So, yeah, you really got to watch your book. So that's the key difference. Suppress means it's commissionable, but you won't be able to sell them. They suppress them. So no, you just can't do anything with them. Very good point. Next one, Ivan. Okay, so on these non-commissionable plans, is this Medicare? Yes, that is correct. Right now, Luis, what I'm talking about here is Medicare only. I hope that ACA does not go down this path. Okay. I wish I could tell you, I wish I could predict the future, but at least for 2025, as far as what I can tell from this very, very moment, we're fine for ACA. Now, I would always have said that we're fine with Medicare. They would never do this crap, but they did it in the middle of annual enrollment. So damn, I don't know. I mean, carriers right now, and my only guess that this is happening is because of the prescription engine change. It was a very, very good thing for our insureds, especially the high utilizers of medications. Oh, we're saving them a ton of money. But then these costs are being pushed to the carriers. And guess what? Everything trickles down. Oh, we're all rah. Let's help the insureds. Now we're going to feel that pain for, the administration making these changes to benefit the insureds. But now it's going to hurt our pocketbook. So will it get worse? No idea. But that's what happens. Everything trickles down. Okay, Ivan, let's continue. Okay, Aaron, you talked about nothing really changing under Medicare with Trump. What about ACA? Get ready, man. Man, get ready. As far as I know, I don't know what's going to happen on Medicare. I mean, I react. I mean, I listen, I watch, and then I react, come up with a game plan based on what they're changing. ACA, get freaking ready. So here's what I predict. And again, this is my crystal ball that kind of sucks. Okay, it's kind of just me and my sphere of knowledge. So right now, we are under I think it's the inflation. No. It's I'm trying to think of the three-letter, one of the acts. Okay, trying to think of the act. Hold on. Now you got me thinking. Hold on here. It's not the Inflation Reduction Act. Hold on here. Up 20. Let's see here. Is that what it is? It is. No, it is the Inflation Reduction Act. Wow, I got it right. Okay, so under this act that went into place in 2022, this is hold on here. Yes, that's exactly it. The Inflation Reduction Act that went into effect. I wish I could see. Maybe I could share my screen. Hold on. That way you're seeing fact and not just me talking. Hold up here. Present. Come on, please tell me. Yes. Here we go. All right. So you are seeing this from Kaiser. These guys are the bomb when it comes to facts. Okay. So under this act, the Inflation Reduction Act passed in 2022, here's what's going on. They extended the enhanced subsidies ending 2025. So it did two things, guys. Number one, so if you see a regular inflation, a regular federal poverty level, you see a chart with how many members along with income. Okay, 100 to 400%. Well, when this went into place, the subsidy level, literally what happened, it was a cliff. You have two cliffs on the edge. What that meant is that if they were too low, they fell off the cliff and they got no subsidies. If they were too high beyond the 400, they fell off that cliff and they got nothing in the form of subsidies. Well, what happened is instead of being a cliff on this side, they made it like a hill, a rolling hill. So they extended it. So people that were at 450, they still got subsidies, but less. 500, I think they went all the way up to 600%. They would still get some kind of subsidies. So they enhanced it. That means that more people got more money, and it was good. I mean, a lot of people got $0 health plans. Well, that's going to end 2025. Do I see this new administration extending that? No, I don't. So what does that mean for us? Higher prices, which with this group of people, it is going to create, they're probably going to say, nope, I don't want it. This huge group of people that get ACA, that get a plan for $0 premium, if they're going through treatment, they're going to pay, but the ones that just have it there, just to have it for that, just in case, and they're paying nothing, I don't think we're going to insure those people anymore. So I do think that Trump will not renew that, especially I think we won the Republicans won the House, they won the Senate. I just don't think that they're going to extend that. So it's going to be his way of killing ACA. Is it going to kill it all the way around? No. Do they have a plan? Well, all that I heard was there's a concept of a plan, which means they got nada, nothing. They got squat. They got a freaking idea. And, can they put it in place with so many people on board right now? So I think ACA is still going to be here, but it's just going to be a little bit tougher. That's my thought, Aaron. Hope that gives you a better idea. How much, Miguel? How much do you think Trump will change it? So that's what I think what's going to change, Miguel, is they're not going to get rid of the subsidies, but they're not going to extend the benefits of that Inflation Reduction Act, which means rates are going to go up. That's how it's going to happen. I think rates are going to go up. This is another prediction. Okay. You all hold me to this. I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right. So September of this year, for plans outside of ACA, a law passed that said that no longer can you get a short-term plan more than 3 months. So you get 3 months with a 1 month extension. That's it. For the next year, you cannot get a plan with that carrier. So what happens is you're going to have to play the game. Okay, go with this carrier for 4 months. Go with this carrier for 3 months plus another month extension. And you're going to have to play that game. The problem is that every time you go from carrier to carrier, you're having to go through underwriting and you're resetting the deductible, the out-of-pocket. You're resetting all that crap every time you move every 3 to 4 months. Okay, not a good thing. Well, I predict that Trump is going to go back to where they're going to get rid of that. And you can do a plan that is 1 day short of a year, a 364-day plan. So short-term plans may come back, but I have a feeling they're still going to be fully underwritten. They're not going to be as rich. They're not going to cover all the essential health benefits. Like these short-term plans right now, they don't cover maternity. They're mainly designed to cover new sicknesses, new whatever, and it's got to be new. You got to be beyond the waiting period or the look back period or the pre-existing condition period. Sometimes 12 months, sometimes 6 months, and I think they'll come back with that. Now, how much of my business was short term? Hardly nothing, insignificant. But for some people, it's a lot. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go with James next, Ivan. James, do we still have the CMS system to confirm? Yes, James, we still do. Now, will Trump get rid of that? Who knows? That I believe that this was put into place as a knee-jerk reaction to the freaking rats that were out there stealing policies from the rest of us agents. So the consent and the confirmation was a reaction to those, oh God, those thieves that were in business to only steal policies. So is it going to go away? No. Is it a good thing? I don't see a problem with it. I mean, it slows us down. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Yes, we got to sit there and we've got to wait for them to sign. It does slow the process down, but it's not a hurdle. I mean, you just got to do it. You just adjust. It's like the scope of appointment. It becomes a problem when you make it a problem. Okay. So James, to answer your question, we still have to get consent. And we still have to confirm. Now, you put confirm policies. I know exactly what you meant, but they're not confirming the policy. They are confirming the data on the application. Okay. So if you're confirming the policy, that should be your step 3. That's awesome. Sure. Get a confirmation. That's why I'm sending the summary of benefits. It's not required, but you have to get confirmation on all the data on their application. Who's applying or who's on the app, who's applying, make sure date of births are right, make sure. I mean, I've seen so much trickery by these rats. They add extra people. They screw around with income. I mean, they do all kinds of stupid stuff just in the name of getting money. So the confirmation is to confirm that the data is accurate. All right, next one, Ivan. Great comments, guys. Keep them coming. All right, Neil, historically, do you see an uptick? Yes. So most definitely. I've been through a couple of election cycles already, and for us, it's been a little bit slow. But here's what I see. Now that this election is over with, I think AEP will start ramping up. The seniors are done. Okay, they'll start thinking about Medicare again. And yes, I'm going to see a ramp up all the way to the week before Thanksgiving. Okay, and then Thanksgiving week is over with, then get ready, guys. All these seniors that haven't done anything start waking up. And they're like, ooh, I got to do something. That's when it gets crazy. But I think what hurt us the first 3 weeks of AEP is this election stuff. So, yeah, I think we'll be back to business as normal. Great point there. Miguel, there are 21 million people in ACA. That would be bad. Oh, hell yeah, I agree with you. So do they have a way to which I think the new administration would be just happy to charge people more and get less people insured under ACA. That's kind of which I don't like, but that's what Trump would probably love, is less people in ACA. It's a Democratic product. Okay. So it's kind of he's been on a rampage, at least the first administration, to kill it. And he didn't. This election, all the political crap that I heard, there was very, very little talk of killing it. So hopefully he'll just leave it alone. Okay. And hopefully he extends these 2025 stuff. I hope. Okay, let's continue. James, they had me telling customers to say we have to service your policy. Well, you should. If you're the agent of record, you should service it. Okay. But remember, There's only so much servicing that you can do or that you should want to do. So remember, we're sales agents. How much crap can you do? How much servicing can you do for these people? And the answer is very little. I always tell my insureds, look, call the number in the back of your card. Okay, that's what they are there for. They can get you all the details on your policy. Yes, I can help, but what I try to do is push them off that way because I'm busy selling. Servicing is good. Yes, servicing retains the client, but don't be afraid to send them to the customer service center, guys. Send them over there. All right, next one. Do you believe, what happened there? You went too far. There we go. Do you believe the same for ACOP leads ramping up? Oh, hell yes. So I actually turned my ads off. Okay, I was spending a lot of money without a lot of the leads coming in. So yes, I do agree. Now that this election is over with, I think it's business as usual. So turn your ads on. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm on vacation right now, so I have them turned off, but I will turn them back on soon. Corey, thank you for giving me your name there. Yeah, Corey, that's the way. I think you're going to be good to go. Yes, definitely. Ramp them up, man. I have my assistant laying over there. Look at that. Look. Oh yeah. Now you want to critique me? Look, look. She's all mad. She's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. She's like, read the question. I did read the question. Pay attention. All right. Just switching policies every year. What it looks like. So here's my deal. I had a lot of these rat agents steal a good chunk of my business, and if I had one of these rats come into my house and try to steal stuff. If I had my way, you probably wouldn't walking out alive from my house. Okay. I wish I could do that on the ACA side of things when these agents do it, but it's all electronic and there's not much I can do. I actually gave up. These agents were just, I'd get my clients back and they'd switch them the next day. I mean, it was horrible. Well, that game pretty much has ended now. Pretty much. Not completely ended, but now they have to actually get the client on the phone and do a 3-way call, or they send them a link. But as far as doing the very simple agent of record change, that is gone. Okay. So, James, I'm guessing, go back to James because I still want to hit him up here. One thing that does happen if you have an existing book of business, yes, there's a lot of flipping going on. It happens every year, guys. I have yet to see 1 year where the least expensive carrier stays the least expensive the following year. It changes every year. And it happened to me again this year. So this year, Blue Cross Blue Shield, the My Blue, the limited network, was my $0 plan. Well, those plans are now in the $100 range. All the zeros have gone to 100 plus. Now the least expensive plan for 2025 for me is Oscar. So there are some people that can absorb that kind of increase. Maybe they're going through treatments and they don't want to switch. Perfect. But a huge chunk of people are not going to be in that position. So yes, you're having to churn a lot within your internal book. It's the way it is, man. Yeah, that's ACA for you. Still a very, very good thing. But yes, we're consistently every year we churn a lot of people within carriers. And that's just because ACA, that's what it does. They acquire, a carrier will acquire a big book by being the least expensive. And in the following year, they got claims, so they raise their rates. All right, let's go back to Corey. It was going to say political. Yes, I agree with you. So yeah, you had a lot of political crap out there, taking, vying for our ads. Now that here are my 2 things. Number 1, the political ads are going to stop. So thank goodness. Okay, I'm ready to get back to normal. And then number 2, all the rats that were stealing policies, they did have some crazy ad budgets. Okay, they were backed by some big companies and that had money, not like we did. Okay, so since that has come to a standstill, we're no longer competing against those rat-infested companies anymore. Okay, in fact, a lot of them have been shut down, and a lot of those agents that were working for that company have been suspended or terminated from CMS and carriers. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going to get back to where we get competitive leads. I was getting some for $4 for a year, and we were getting a ton of them. $20 seems to be about the average. I have seen agents get it for $10. So I think anywhere between 10 and 20, you're just roll with it. That's just the way things are. All right. Let's go. Kira Diablo. Luis, does your team have an ACA referral program? I do. So there's a few agents in Texas that can't acquire Scott and White, which is a very local or very regional carrier. And in the region that they're in, they're freaking good. So some agents can't get it anymore. So you can either refer it and get that little measly referral, or if you want to send them to me. Now, because of the new rules for consent and confirmation, we got to completely take control of this thing. And then we'll work on a split. My splits with agents are 70-30. Okay, whatever I make, you get 70%. Okay, we keep 30. I don't mess around with the bonus. In fact, if it's Scott and White, we don't even get a bonus from them. But it's the thing with bonuses, guys, is they just pay out. They don't give us a breakdown. So it's too hard for me to do analysis there to figure out if your client stayed the entire required period. So I just don't screw around. If I get a bonus, I'm not going to share it, but I will share the commissions because I can track that. Let's go to the next one, Ivan. Ooh, good question here. Help on demand. Boo. That's all I can say about help on demand. I think we got our first lead on help on demand for the OEP. We got one so far. One freaking help on demand lead. And it didn't have a phone number. It only had an email. So I don't think help on demand is it's there in its design. So you guys may wonder, well, what the hell are we talking about? Help on demand is where a client goes and self-enrolls and they get to a point where they need help. So they click on the help button, and then that lead, that client's info is then routed to an agent based on geography. Okay, it's based on the zip code. So you will get somebody who's very local to you. Okay, and you have 15 minutes to acquire that lead, or it'll get sent to somebody else. So you got to make sure if you're on help on demand that you set up a text and email notification. So I got one yesterday, and I got the text message. I logged in, I accepted it. I got the info, sent it to one of my guys to start calling. And they're like, Luis, we don't have phone numbers. They only gave us an email, and they haven't responded. So I will tell you that it's not what it used to be. Now going to your next one. Do you know how to find the chart for? Yes, I do. Ivan, I'm going to be nice enough to share the chart with you. But guys, I sell an ACA and a Medicare Smart Book. It's $99 for one of them or $149 for both books. I have the chart in there with a ton of stuff. Ivan, will you share that link? Ivan will post the link for you guys. But in there, I have the chart, and this is a one-time purchase, guys. You buy it one time. Every time I update it, you will be able to pull the following year's update. Okay. On a crazy note, I did have because I tell them it's lifetime. I'm like, well, what if you die? Like, you know what? That lifetime ended. So, but it's freaking $99. I mean, geez, it's chump change, but still, yes, we've got it. Diaz068. I will, I even just posted my link. Get up in there, buy my book, man. It's in there. Otherwise, you can just Google it, man. But I color coded it on mine. There you go. If I die, Ivan will update it. He's a little younger, the young punk. He's freaking not even 30 yet. Probably. I don't know how old he is, but yes. So Ivan will continue updating. But with that being the case, guys, I color coded the chart very professionally. I have it in monthly and annual numbers. So go get my book, guys. Help me out a little bit. Okay, let's continue. Let's go with Alfredo Santana. Luis, in your area in Texas, what ACA carrier sells the most? Well, here's the crazy thing, guys. ACA is based on counties. So in Bexar County, where I live in San Antonio, it's probably going to switch to Oscar. Last year was Aetna. It hasn't been Ambetter for a good while. United was number one, then Molina prior to that. So what happens is there's a lot of shifting, a lot of churning of clients from one carrier to another, because a lot of these people are very, very rate sensitive and they want the least expensive plan. Okay. Yeah, it really depends. If we're talking San Antonio, I can tell you, but if we get out of San Antonio, we've got a lot of new carriers, guys. WellPoint came into Texas. I just got a call from the carrier. Imperial's coming to Texas, and they're coming in strong. I don't know all the details, but they're telling me they're going to have a PPO network. I don't. When I get back from vacation, I'm going to research this thing. And we don't have a lot of time to research. But you may want to email me, and I would try to get you contracted with Imperial. Imperial they have an HMO, but the rep said that you can opt into the PHCS PPO National Network. And I was like, ooh, how? I didn't even think of how or get the details. I was on the beach. So, but either way, I at least caught that. So if you're thinking, hey, I would like to get the Imperial contract, email me. Ivan, will you post my email? And email me, and I will start getting Imperial contracting to you guys. Let's go to the next one. There's my phone number. Ivan, let's do email. There you go. Much better. Hit me up with an email right there, guys. And I will be glad to hit you back up with contracting. I even think their commissions are higher than normal. I'll tell you that. I'm not going to share the details because I can't remember. I was like 4 or 5 piña coladas deep. All right, let's go, Miguel. Do you see more success running video ads or image ads? I will tell you after this year. Okay. I don't know. We are doing a lot of video ads now. We've done very well with static image ads. You just don't know how your clients are going to respond. So I would say do both. If you've got the budget, see which one pans out better. I know one year I did a little simple recording with the iPhone where I talked about don't auto renew. Your rates are going to go up. Your carriers are changing. And it did very well for me. So advertising is not a science. So what may work for you might not work for me. And it also depends on your market, your area, maybe the color schemes, maybe the size of the letters. I mean, God, there's a lot of factors in it. So, it's just a matter. You got to try them again. Let's go next one, Ivan. Let's go with James. Okay. I did 10 last year before I went with a company, Help on Demand. I'm licensed in 40 years. What's a good lead source? So yeah, Help on Demand is not, I remember one year we're 100. I mean, they were easy, but those days are gone. What happens is just more and more agents are coming in and they have to share with more agents. The best lead source, I think there's 2 lead sources you have to do. One, I call it farming and hunting. So we'll go with the one that's called farming, where you plant a seed and you got to wait, and it's slow, but it requires a lot of nurturing. Okay. It's like planting a seed. You got to water it. You got to make sure, fertilize it, and whatever farmers do. Okay. So on the farming side of this stuff, you got to get out there and you got to create what I call circles of influence. These are professionals that have books of business that they're willing to share with you. Now, I have videos on this on my channel, but partnering up with P&C guys, partnering up with doctors, partnering up with CPAs and tax preparers, partnering up with financial pros, partnering up with colleagues that don't do ACA. It just takes time. I mean, you're not going to walk into somebody's office and they're just going to dump leads on your table. You've got to nurture those leads, and you got to create that relationship with that COI. Okay. That's farming. On the hunting side, there's no better source than social media. And there's a lot of social media. So there is Facebook, there is LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. You got to get out there. Now there is, I call it hunting, in the sense that you've got to pay to hunt. So you're going to have to sponsor ads, and that's going to cost you money. Okay. Now, not all social media is paid. You can do a lot of posts out there, but you got to be consistent. We work on doing videos all the time, and it's not easy, guys. Making a video, putting all the details into it, editing the video a little bit. I don't do a lot of video editing, but you know, TikTok is a younger generation. They expect good videos. Instagram, same way. So you might be spending some time on doing stuff like that. But social media is a good way to advertise. And then, of course, you can do advertising, the newspaper. You can send out mailers. You can go do retail centers. Go hang out where low-income people hang out. Okay. Don't go to Whole Foods. Okay. And think you're going to write ACA policies at Whole Foods. Okay. Whole Foods is expensive. High-income people go shop there. People with money, people that plan. Well, they don't go to the grocery store to buy health insurance. Now, your low-income people, unfortunately, and well, fortunately for us, those are the people that you can approach and need help. And you can help those people out, but you got to go hang out where they hang out. Okay. Go hang out at the rougher neighborhoods, the Dollar Generals, the Family Dollar. Go to the flea market and set up a booth. Okay. Those are things that you can go out there and do, which I used to do. And when I say used to, it's not because I've gotten, they're not good. It's just that we've built up a big enough book that I don't need to do that anymore. Although I still do a lot of social media advertising. Let's go with Miss Simmons. All right. Help on demand is definitely not what it used to be. Agreed. The leads come in, and exactly what Lee said, they are only leaving their email address. Yeah, and it sucks. Okay, and all you can do is just email them and hope that they respond. Yep, it is what it is. All right, let's go. Next one. Diaz068. Down in South Texas, Ambetter is the #1 carrier. You know what? Ambetter is pretty freaking solid, all right? Good network, good coverages. I think they're fine. So yeah, if it's Ambetter this year, I think you're good. Okay, I think that's a good thing. I don't know who it was in 2024, but it changes every year. It's going to change. So if it's Ambetter, you're fine. You're in good shape. Hey, James, do me a favor. I know you shared your email. I'm not going to put it out there, but hit me up at that email if you had questions. Okay. Okay. Let's go with John Blay. Scott and White, you said you pay agents not contracted, 70% split. Yes. Will you pay it on renewal period? Yes, I will. You know, it's 70% new business, 70% across the board. I don't have time to distinguish between new business and renewals. It's a straight up 70%. And I have a commission tracking software. So when I get it, the lead, I know it's yours, and I code it as your client, and the system already knows your split. Okay. And then when I import the commission statement into this commission tracking software, it does all the work for me. I have to do the initial work on it because I have to code it as yours. And then once it knows that it's yours, it knows that you're getting 70% of whatever I make. So yes, answer your question. I will continue paying it. Now, once you get, if they ever open up and you get your appointment, then I would just say when you get an SCP or during the OEP, then you can move them to you. Okay. You know, no feelings hurt. You know, it's business. I would understand. Next one, Ivan. All right, James, I thought about that with farming. I actually know a doctor. Yeah, go talk to that doc. Okay. Here's my deal with docs. Ask them, hey, doc, what plans do you take? Let's say he tells you 2. Hey, I got 8 in my county. What are you doing with the other 6? What happens when you have an insured that has one of the other 6 plans? Or what happens when you get insured and they have no insurance? If you sell Medicare, you can bring out, what happens when they turn 65? What Medicare plans do you take? Let me be your resource. I'll do everything I can to make sure I put them into a plan that keeps you in the network. That way you don't lose the patient. Because remember, that doc is a business owner. He practices medicine, but he's running a business and he needs to make money. So as soon as you put him in another plan that he doesn't take, you just pulled money out of his account. Okay, that client's going to go to another doc that's in the network. So I push. In fact, with the doctors that I have, I don't even offer the other plans. If they want them, I tell them, bye, go somewhere else. I don't like to bite the hand that feeds me. Jessica, let's go to the next one. John, thank you. Yes, I try to be the man. Try to help out. Jessica, the hood, not the hood. You got to go to the hood. So yes, you got to go to the hood. You got to go to the rural communities. Okay, I will just tell you, and here in San Antonio, this is what happens, guys. Here in San Antonio, all the grocery stores that I was trying to get into that were in the hood were taken. I was like, agents don't want to be in there. Hell no. Once an agent gets in there, they don't want to give up the hood. They don't want to give up the they don't want to give up that spot because they bring in a lot of business. So, Jessica, I know you're joking around, but in all seriousness, yes, you want to go. What I ended up doing where I was very, very successful is I ended up going to a rural, I can't say that word too well, rural community. I couldn't find a grocery store to go set up in the hood. So I ended up taking one that was about 40 minutes outside of San Antonio, and it was in the country, a very small area, and I did very, very well. Now, I didn't do very well immediately. In fact, the first couple of years, I was questioning my decision, and then it started getting super good. Okay, but it takes a while. I was there for about 7 years. And then also I was doing flea markets. I did that for a couple of years. And it was good too. All right, let's continue. Akira Diablo, does your team do ACA in 50 states? Well, we contract in, I think, 46 states. So if you're an agent and you're in 46 states, I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay, hold on here. All right. These are the states that, where's my map? Okay. So we sell in all of these states except the gray ones. We don't do the Dakotas. Who knows why? We don't do Alaska. We now do Hawaii. And we don't do, what is this? Vermont and Massachusetts, I think. That's it. But we're in all those states. These other ones that are color coded, these are, the green ones are state-based exchanges, which means you have to certify with those states and you use their quote and enrollment platform. Okay. And then the blue ones are the federal states. These are the federal facilitated marketplace states that you use healthcare.gov, which means you can use Health Sherpa. And with all the blue ones, you go certify one time on portal.cms.gov. You certify there, and all you have to do, let's just say you're a Texas agent, but you want to sell in Wisconsin. All right, well, you go get a non-resident license over there, and then you get contracted over there. So in Wisconsin, we have these 4 carriers. In Texas, we have these. You'll notice here, there's no Imperial, but still get with me. I got a ability to send you Imperial. Florida, you've got these states. So yeah, we got lots of carriers, and even in these state-based exchanges, we can get you contracted with them. Okay, the contracting is one process, and then when you quote and enroll, that's what you have to do on the carrier on that state-specific website. All right, let's continue, Ivan. Does ACA work? Does AOR work under ACA? Yes and no. So with Medicare, the AOR protections are pretty freaking solid. With ACA, you can switch the agent of record. Well, prior to a couple of months ago, and this is what the rat agents were doing, you can just go switch it. All you needed was the client's name and date of birth. Okay. It really, really sucked. And then a few carriers came in and are like, oh, we're not going to allow you to do that. So what these agents did is they just flipped them to another carrier, regardless of whether it was a good thing or not. Okay. Now you can't do that no more. Now you have to get the client on the phone and do a 3-way call with the marketplace. And the client has to tell them that they want you to be their agent. Okay. Or you can send the link, which we don't do. All right. Next one, Ivan. Harsha P. Why do these ACA commissions keep going down? Okay. So no rumors of any commission increases. But yes, so Blue Cross and Ambetter have limited network plans, not limited benefit, limited network. So Blue Cross has the regular Blue Cross plan, and then they came up with the My Blue. Well, the commission was about $5 less if you enrolled somebody on My Blue. Okay. And then Ambetter just this year, going to 2025, did the very same thing. So you have the regular Ambetter plan, which has the normal network, and they pay the normal commissions. And then if you do the value plan, then you got a limited network, a little more narrower, less providers, less facilities, less of everything. But the premium was less. And in 2024, they paid the same commissions. Well, now they're not. Now they're going to pay less. Still not bad, but they're going to pay less. At least they're not saying they're going to pay zero. So let's at least be happy about that. You got to take what you can. Miguel, yes, I'm with Messer. I picked agility. Yeah. Bottom line, man, is you've got a lot of entities out there that contract, but few do what I do as far as the stuff that I try to provide you guys as an upline. So I train, we support everything that works for us. We try to share. So, but here's what you can do, Miguel. Ivan, let's get in there and let's share what we created, the community. So, guys, here's a little plug for us. So I created this community, which is a paid membership. It's $50 a month. Okay. It's not a lot of money, but what I do for my downline agents already, along with, it doesn't matter where you're at. What was happening is there were people like you, Miguel, with other organizations that are like, Luis, I'm kind of stuck, but I want training. These guys don't help me. They don't support me. Come join us at the community. We're doing a lot of things at the community, guys. Okay. It is $50 a month. So you come join us here. Okay. And what happens when you're in there? We have 8. I do a weekly mastermind, completely different what I do here. Okay. I pretty much am responding to what those members want me to do. And in addition, we're doing client quotes. So people are putting up scenarios and I'm taking care of them in there. We're bringing in professionals to come talk about business planning, tax planning, financial planning. Because again, guys, if you're not taking some of this money and investing it and saving it, you're going to be in this rat race forever. We're doing discounted products. In fact, Ivan's going to share here some of the things that we do. Go ahead, Ivan, take over.
So you can see here we have the intro tab where everyone just introduces themselves. We have the pre-recorded submissions where we put all the submissions that the agents send over and teach them how to quote it and enroll it. We also have our daily wins where we share our sales and any other information that we have. But basically everybody asks questions and helps each other out. So if you guys are looking to join, like Luis said, the link is there in the description. So make sure to join.
Cool. So we got a lot of stuff in there. So guys, come join us there. It's $50. I got to make a little bit of money, but I do, one thing that's happening, guys, because I'm working a lot more with agents. My production is kind of taking a little bit of a dip, and I'm okay with that. I got income sources from all over, but it's fun working with agents, at least for me now. I don't take a lot of pleasure working with insureds. I'm tired. I'm almost 25 years in the business, and insureds, it's the constant crap, the constant whining, rates. And that's why I got my staff for. Now my next evolution is to help you guys. Also, Ivan, in that link tree, can you share that one more time, Ivan? One thing that I do offer is if you're part of the community, all of my stuff that I offer you guys is free. I'm not free, discounted. Ugh, you know, say free, discounted. So, but if you'd like to book, one of the things that I do, and this is really fun for me, guys, if you want to book my time, I don't care what you want to discuss. You give me a heads up. Business planning, market planning. You just want to dig into my brain on what's going on. I have a half-hour block and a 1 hour block. And you just tell me what you're looking for, and I go to work and try to put something together for you guys, and we have a conversation. Sometimes, you know, just getting out of your world and talking to me is so it's an hour of my time that I share, or half hour. Come join me. I even post that link, the link tree. Click it or copy it and paste it. He posted there in the comments. And you can book me, guys, and then I'll get in contact with you. We'll figure out what we need to talk about, and then we make it happen. I joined you a few weeks ago. Yeah, John, come join us, man. Miguel, can I get a better commission structure if you switch? Depends. I got to figure out where you're at. But one of the things that I do offer people that come to us is if you want to recruit, if you want to create a vertical, I think I'll call it vertical. Yes. If you want to recruit, I'll bump you up so that you can offer your people a better commission. I don't just, this isn't about, hey, I want more money crap. No. If I give somebody more money, it's because we're going to grow together, not because I'm going to entice you with money. Because then guess what? Somebody else will entice you with money, and then you'll leave me and take everything that I've got. So I'm not that type of guy that's going to acquire somebody by, showering them with some dollar bills. Okay, not going to happen, man. So, but if you're at another level, and I can put you at where I put my agents, then sure, I can do that. And then if you want to recruit, sure, I'll help you with that. I'll help you recruit. We can get out there and get you some downline agents so that you can make an override. And then in that case, we can definitely talk about going up a little bit higher. All right, let's keep going. How do you set up at grocery stores, Yesenia? So usually what I do, is somebody knocking? Oh, usually the stores that I was at, it was a contract that was set up through United. So United Healthcare had me in there as an agent for them. And it's supposed to be Medicare only, but I did more ACA in there than I did Medicare. So the first thing you want to do is go talk to the manager and say, hey, I'm an insurance agent. Now, if you're going to go ACA, you don't have to file or report that event. If you're going to do Medicare, it needs to be filed. I don't know how to file because I always had United do it for me, but it's pretty easy. If you're going to plan on doing Medicare there, then yes, it has to be filed, and then you can do Medicare and ACA. I did, but if it's just going to be straight ACA, just go talk to that manager. Say, hey, I'm an insurance agent. I help low-income people with health insurance, and we're in the season where people can enroll. Could I set up a booth here? Okay. All the marketing rules that we have right now for Medicare, you don't have them for ACA. With Medicare, you can't be in the waiting area. You can't so many feet from the pharmacy. So much crap. ACA, man, go hang around with a pharmacist. It doesn't matter. There's no marketing rules for ACA, so it's a lot easier. All right, let's continue. All right, Harsha, what is the best path for a recent immigrant who is over 65, has a green card, but only in year 2? So the problem is they can't get Medicare till they're here for 5 years. So you can ACA that person if they have income. Well, let me take that back. You can ACA them because they have no Medicare. Now, the income part only is a factor for subsidies and CSRs. Problem is, how in the hell are you going to insure a recent immigrant who doesn't work and they have to pay full price for the health insurance? It's tough. Now, if you're in a state that expanded Medicaid, then they can go get Medicaid. But I'm sure that state has some restrictions on how they do that. Okay. If they haven't filed a tax return, and if they get income and they're going to get subsidies, they have to indicate they're going to file a tax return next year. Okay. Is there a path for them to get Medicare? They have to be here 5 years. But the problem is, if they don't have enough quarters, they're going to have to pay for that Part A. That's another problem that they're going to have. So when they go get their Medicare, there's two parts. There's A and the B. So most people pay for the B unless they get Medicaid. If they get Medicaid, then that state program will pay for the B. Okay. And then if their income is high, then they pay more for that B. But if they, if for Part A, if they don't have quarters of work history, so 0 to 30, it's almost $500 and something for Part A. 31 through 39 quarters, they pay 200 and something. And then 40 and over, Part A is now 0. So the problem is your recent immigrant's not going to be able to have enough quarters to get to where they need to. So they're going to go down a rough path. All right, let's go to James. James, I wanted you to join up myself. Can I grow my business and grow with you? Hell yeah, man. Love to have you, bro. That's the final objective of the community. Okay. We want you to grow. We want to do things that grow. We want you to stay in the community. I mean, if you come in and we don't provide enough value and you get out, well, I didn't make anything. So yeah, I want to make a living too. But yes, the goal in that community is to help you grow. I just need you to ask me, or as that everybody grows in different ways. So you want to be very vocal, very active in the community, and then we respond to that. So hell yeah, come join us, man. And then yes, Ivan just posted on there. So right now I do a weekly mastermind on Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, one of the agents asked about agent CRM. Luis, I'm a little lost, man. Can you help me? I'm like, okay. So we posted a comment, and it seems a lot of people want help with the CRM. So we're going to go live with the CRM, okay, and do a complete workshop on just CRM stuff. So yes, for sure. All right, guys. Hey, man, it's been an hour and change. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm in Cancun, okay, but flying back home tonight, and we got to get going. I thought the lady was, it's checkout time. It's 11 o'clock over here, 11:43. So I'm going to be checking out. But thank you for hanging out, guys. Hit me back up in the description. We got all my goodies. I got my smart books, guys. Get them. You'll need them as an agent. It's a reference manual. It's just not a bunch of fluff in there. It's stuff that I used to have completely disorganized in this huge 3-ring binder that I always had crap all over. And finally, I decided to organize myself, and it worked. And then I started selling it to agents. So it's $99 for ACA or Medicare, or you can buy both of them, I think, for $149. And then if you join the community, we give you a discount code, and then you get a little bit cheaper. Also, a lot of the stuff that I try to get for you all, the tech tools that we utilize, I'm trying my hardest to get discounts for you guys. So I want that $50 that you're paying to come out as a wash, and then you guys even make a heck of a return of investment on the $50. Yesenia, hey, thank you, man. I appreciate. Yeah, we had a 2-hour mastermind. Yeah, it's fun for me. It's supposed to be 1 hour, but as long as I'm enjoying it and the questions keep coming, we do stay on there. So yes, thank you, Yesenia, for sharing that. All right, Ivan, I got to roll. Guys, again, thank you for being on here, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.